When you don't have libido, like, your wife's gonna think something's wrong with you. To gain that back and, like, actually, you know, you almost become asexual without it. One of the best ways to start getting on this path to healthy behaviors is get your testosterone up in check.
Common misconception is the normal range given on lab values for most facilities is somewhere between, like, some I've seen as low as 150 to 1150. All right, so today we're talking about something you're familiar with and done research and supplemented testosterone. So what's your general oversight?
So at the beginning, I started without, like, doing too much research into it. And I usually research everything, but at the time I was, like, pretty much started my own business and working 24/7
hours a week.
Yeah, working so many hours, and you know, on my downtime, I wasn't, like, really reading.
What was your source? Is it in the locker room?
No,
or do you have somebody credible?
I actually went to an internal medicine doc that I was friends with. I started with him, and then one of my friends ran one of these TRT companies, so I changed over. Which, you know, I should have probably checked levels and stuff. I think I was, like, super dosing, not really, like, checking how much I should really be dosed, and, like, I thought, like, doing more was better.
It's always better.
Yeah. Yeah, when your numbers are too
Until
high.
the fourth brick wall you ran into, you're like, maybe I'm a little over.
And the thing is, like, I don't know, like, even being at the high level, like, I wasn't, like, you know, at first I was doing CrossFit, but then I started hurting my wrists and stuff, so I stopped doing CrossFit. So, like, I gained weight, and I thought I was going to, like, lose muscle by taking, you know, injecting testosterone. And I was doing injections, like, once a week. I think I should have been at half of what I was, because my readings were at, and this was at 35. My readings were always greater than 1,500.
Oh, greater than 1,500.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were.
So I, like, what I originally, I don't remember quite what I was. My total testosterone was probably around 500. I think 400 or 500 before I started on it. And then, you know, I did it for quite a while, and then I came off of it because me and my wife were trying to get pregnant. So I came off of it. I felt like crap. Like, like,
were you on anything else?
What's the normal value of testosterone?
So if you look at the lab values, some labs are 240 to 900 or 1,200, even up to 1,200. But you want to be optimized. It's not just what the level is. They say not to look at just your total testosterone, look at the free testosterone level. But no one's really got that real, like, free testosterone level to be optimized. It's easier to look at the, I don't know, for me, I haven't found any real good way of that, other than you got to get your total testosterone, your sex hormone binding globulin, because you could have a normal testosterone level or optimal testosterone level, but if your sex hormone binding globulin's too high, that's binding to the testosterone. So your free testosterone is going to be much lower. So you're going to have all the side effects as if you had low testosterone. But, you know,
it's almost like
that makes
sense. Your thyroid hormones stuff like we were
that makes
taught.
sense.
Yeah.
But in general, like, for most people, if everything else is balanced, you want to be at the high end of normal. For most people, it seems like they do best between, like, 9 to 1,100.
Yeah, 9 to 1,100 is what you're, like, in your teen years or early 20s, even into your 30s. Nowadays, you're finding 20s and 30-year-olds, like, under 500.
Yeah, under 100.
Yeah. Well, like, where a lot of the issue is, they go to their PCP doesn't want to prescribe them anything, although they seem like they're having, which is the primary care physician, they seem like they're having side effects from having low testosterone. And, you know, they're not. They're like, your testosterone's normal. I'm like, I look at it. I'm like, no, that's pretty low for a 20, 30-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, and like, there's things you can do. Like, if you're living a sedentary lifestyle, and we can discuss this later, that you can do to up your testosterone levels. So if you're living a sedentary lifestyle, you're fat, your estrogen is going to go up, your testosterone is going to go down. If you live a stressful lifestyle, your cortisol being high is going to...
so you should stand up when you masturbate.
Yeah. Put your testosterone in the digger, or lift some weights while you're doing it. Resistance training is going to increase your testosterone.
You don't need both hands to masturbate.
Yeah. And good sleep. Good sleep's going to improve your overall testosterone level.
I'm
It's
sure
all
my
things,
testosterone's
all
probably
things
like
that, like, if you go through med school, you
Everything
pretty
you
much
just said,
like
I'm
none of this happens. So
fucked.
Yeah.
the residency, even worse is residency.
It's not just testosterone. Like, you're looking at like growth hormones
Yeah.
and like pretty much your overall like circadian rhythm.
Yeah, your cortisol's high always, and then that's the thing. Like, our cortisol, and like, look at our HRV. Our HRV is always so low, which is the heart rate variability, because we're always in such high stress. Even when you're home, like, once in a while, if I'm on vacation, like, that thing will creep up past 50. But most of the time, with whatever wearables I have, they're always under 50.
Yeah.
And once in a while, I freeze my bed and I'll get the HRV to go up too.
But then you get like 2 hours of sleep and you wake up.
I know, you
like,
wake up, you're like,
I'm freezing.
Yeah, get under the comforters. And then my son can't sleep. He's right next to me. I feel bad for him. I'm like,
good. Doesn't that teach you to go to your own bed?
Yeah.
This bed's cold.
Yeah.
What are the side effects of low testosterone that people are coming in
and
that aren't
I experienced them
recognized?
all once I was off of it. You know, I tried other things to kind of up my testosterone level. Like, you could take Clomid, I took Clomid, but Clomid makes you like a bitch.
What's
like,
Clomid?
seriously, like,
I
you
have
get
no clue
Clomidopine.
What is it?
Is it clomidopine?
Oh, it's
Clonopine.
Clomidopine.
No,
Sorry.
Clomphene. It's
not Clonopin. Yeah.
And I took, and Clomphene's an isomer that's much cleaner. There's 2 isomers in it if you take Clomid itself. So at first I took Clomid, which, like, you'll feel the depressed, like, get really moody, and stuff.
Decrease sex drive.
You don't. No, because that's to improve fertility, and it increases your testosterone level, so you'll have.
Okay. I've heard people have had decreased sex drive.
So when your testosterone's down, like, especially, and like, we're trying to get pregnant, and like, you're off your testosterone, you're like, fuck, I don't want to have sex. Like, your libido goes through shit. You're like, what can I do? But if you take testosterone, your sperm count goes down. Some people,
it's a negative feedback loop.
Yeah, some people are able to do just fine, and able to have kids, but for a lot of people, your sperm count's going to go down. If you don't have the best sperm motility and stuff, that's going to even decrease your chances of pregnancy. Not for you, but your wife. So, so libido, and like, what I noticed was, like, the love handles came back like exponentially once I got off testosterone. Like, the tire around your waist, that's like low testosterone. Like, it's straight tire around your waist in a guy. And females, that they're gonna probably gain more fat in their hips, and for men, it's gonna be like a tire around your waist. And then, like, cloudy brain, like, can't think straight. Just also depression focus. And stuff too. And what you see, and this is why, like, I think a lot of people that come out of the NFL and stuff, because, there's a decent amount of people that do steroids, and they, their cortisol levels are high. They're competing at such a high level, that competing at such a high level for so many years, it's not like they got into the NFL at 22, and that's the only time they've worked hard. They've worked hard since they were pretty much like 10 or 12 years old, and they haven't stopped into their 30s or even longer. So your testosterone is going to be shot. And that's why these guys, on top of like them having traumatic brain injuries and stuff, their testosterone's like shot, and they get depressed, and like it all just compounds together.
And this whole time they've been getting smashed in the head.
Yeah.
just lift weights, take tea, and get smashed by somebody like swinging a 2x4.
Yeah, so I was itching to get back on as soon as I was like, when can we get pregnant? Then we went through IVF and stuff, and then like I got back on testosterone like pretty much as soon as I could. Like thought process was a lot clearer, had more energy, like lost some weight, and especially when you work out, you start to lose the love handles. That's the thing that like is the most painful, and trying to lose that. So like there's so many added benefits, and like on top of that, you have stuff that you're not going to see is going to be like it's beneficial for your heart and your bones. For your bones, one way is you're going to put more muscle mass on, and that's going to help out overall with your bone health as well. So
I think go ahead.
You.
There's a secondary effect when they kind of like most studies I've seen, no matter whether it's like testosterone related or whatever, it's like muscle mass and bone density kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So like they definitely feed off of each other, but there's got to be a back channel with like that actually adds to
and
both.
That's what I worry about. That's what we do in our clinic is that like when people come in asking for GLP-1s, we check their hormones, and we're like, first thing you need to do is start on hormone therapy, and then we can look at the GLP-1s, because if you're like and a lot of people are just being handed the GLP-1s.
Yeah.
Which, like it's going to make it worse, and you're almost never going to come off these GLP-1s because, you don't take the testosterone, you're already losing muscle mass, you're already got more fat, and then all of a sudden this starts to decrease your muscle mass even further, and you're starting to lose fat.
Just wasting.
And also you already don't have, your energy is going to be low, being low on testosterone. So the GLP-1s, you're caloric restricting, and you're going to have even less energy too. So it's going to make it tougher and tougher to get back to working out. So I think one of the best ways to start getting on this path to healthy behaviors is get your testosterone up in check. And, if you're trying to get pregnant and stuff, there's other ways to get your testosterone up. But if you're done with having kids and everything and want to get into this healthy lifestyle, I think you start with your hormone balances, like your testosterone, also your thyroid hormone. Make sure those are balanced out before starting on the GLP-1s, so you can have the energy, get back into the gym and everything before like starting to like really get that weight loss. And it'll save you a lot of money too, because the GLP-1s are a lot more expensive than testosterone replacement. And what's going to happen is you can microdose the GLP-1s just to keep your glucose under control, keep your grazing under control, and just build muscle mass and lose weight.
Almost like just like a little maintenance dose.
Yeah.
And that just helps modulate your glycemic swing throughout the day.
How about side effects, guys? Like, people talk about blood clots and potential like heart disease with chronic use, things like that.
Gynecomastia.
So heart disease, it's actually cardiopreventative. It's anti-inflammatory. So it's the opposite of what you think. But for thickening blood, we got to keep the blood, the hemoglobin in check, make sure it doesn't get too thick. Then they can get blood clots. And you got to just make sure you're dosing appropriately so you're not super dosing these people. And another way is, like the IM injections or sub-Q injections, they're going to be, and doing it with like a synthetic hormone is going to get you more in like a superhuman dose where your hemoglobin's, your hematocrit's going to be a lot higher. So doing bioidentical like pellets and stuff, where your levels aren't going all over the place, is going to keep you more balanced and prevent from getting, your blood too thick. The other thing you could do is, if you tend to get thicker blood, you go and give blood every few months. You check your levels, and you're going and giving blood to prevent getting blood clots and thicker blood. You also have to check your prostate, because it could cause enlarged prostate. So you got to always keep an eye on see where the PSA is. If people already have high PSA, it's usually stay away from it unless they have biopsies and stuff to prove it.
Or if it's like an infection or something like prostatitis,
Yeah.
you just like make sure you treat the infection, rule out cancer, and then it's usually not a problem.
Okay. Do you check like viscosity of blood regularly?
Yeah, that's the
just CBC,
and
just regular CBC. Will give you
Just see if the hemoglobin's elevated. Just be
like, and
of course,
and like I've done all forms. Well, I take that back. I never did creams. I never I was like, I don't know. No one's really talked good until
one
I
batch from this guy Johnny from the gym.
Yeah. I never did creams. Like, I just didn't think it was going to be like absorbed appropriately. Some people say it's the better way. Like, for a lot of my friends, I start them off with creams. They're all scared of needles. It's the easy way to start out. For me, I started out with intramuscular injections. Those you get like at 48 hours, you really get a high. Your numbers peak at about 48 hours, and then they start to go down and like kind of plateau off. And IM you usually can do once a week. Some people need to do it twice a week. Then I did sub-Q injections. Sub-Q injections you need to do more often. Usually like twice a week is fine. I was doing micro doses. I was doing small doses every day. But I was like, I'm going to get like an abscess or something, because it is oil-based and you're putting it under the skin, and you sort of sometimes get welts. Now I just do pellets. I think, I do the smaller pellets. My body fat percentage has gotten too low to do the larger pellets that I would do every 5-6 months. Now I do them every 3-4 months. And it's more based on symptoms. I do check my labs, but I check my labs as I'm getting the pellets placed to prove that my numbers were getting lower. Because I feel it. Like, I feel there's days of doom. Like, I almost, like, when my testosterone's normal, I don't feel that doom period. Like, if I do, it's like a day. But when you don't have, like, when the testosterone's lower, I feel like it's like kind of gloomy every day. Energy-wise, run out of energy at the end of the day. Libido's not there. So you kind of sense the difference. And I'm like, I look at the date, and it usually coincides almost right away. You don't, and that's why I say you really don't need labs to know when you need to get it replaced if you're doing pellets. Because
pellets are slow, sustained release.
Yeah.
It's just so people
Yeah.
that might not know about it.
Yeah.
How
Pellets
do you
are.
get pellet? Yeah, how do you get pellets?
It's like a 10-minute procedure. It's
Yeah.
really quick. It's
You're
easier than an IV.
Yeah. You're numbed up, and there's these little tablets. They're cylindrical shaped. We use a little cannula. We put them under your skin. They can be placed in your butt, in your left handles, usually in fatty areas right under the skin, because the skin's going to have that dermal plexus to absorb the testosterone or whatever pellet. In females, we put estradiol pellets as well. But and the absorption's dependent on your cardiac output usually.
Okay. And how long does the pellet last?
So
you put it in.
So the larger ones, you're like talking about 5 to 6 months. Some people could metabolize it quicker. The smaller ones, usually 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
My last one, I think I went 4 months with the smaller pellets.
I started working with a blood testing company about 6 months ago in America, and I knew I wanted to do more preventative medicine, all the rest of it. Get my bloods done. Never had my T levels done. Came back at 495. So I'm in the normal range, but I'm at the like low end of normal. They put me on a protocol which didn't include TRT, but like I needed to take boron to free up my free T, and I needed to do like pharmaceutical grade of magnesium glycinate because the version I was using wasn't converted, and some omega SL ester and more organ meats. And I got my results back about 2 weeks ago, and it was at 1,006. So it's gone from 495 to 1,006, and the felt difference in my mood, in my energy, libido, everything is fucking palpable. Realizing that, oh, I thought that was life. I thought that was normal. Everything at the moment seems to be very conducive toward men not being able to psychologically, physically, hormonally, socially, archetypally embody anything that is traditionally masculine. Ultimately, it's not just guys that will struggle. Like if one sex loses, both sexes lose.
So what did he say? Like natural ways to like increase it without TRT?
Boron, magnesium glycinate, there's ashwagandha, tonka eli. His numbers, 495 to 1,000 plus, are kind of abnormal. That dude's pretty muscular and he works out, resistance training. Who knows how his sleep was between the two. They say it's almost impossible to go from 500 to 1,000. But they also say you should test it in the morning twice before.
Can vary throughout the day.
Yeah. So when he got it drawn is a big important thing. And, you know,
how
like
about the animal organs thing?
The animal organs, they work. You should be taking in organs. They, you know, like in some of them.
Raw or cooked liver?
So they have liver, they have testicles, they have adrenal glands, and they do all work. And like, what do you think the thyroid medications are?
Yeah.
Thyroid medications are like Armour Thyroid is desiccated pork thyroid, you know, like, so you're taking animal organs work because they're going to give you some of the hormones that you need. They work. I've taken adrenal stuff. I've taken the animal organs all. Don't go like the Liver King and eat live liver, but like if you have low T levels, like his were somewhat on the normal side.
Yeah,
like those, you know, the natural ways, unless you're like in your 20s and 30s, like when you get up to 35 or 40, like those things aren't going to work. You could try it. I'm not saying don't try it. Like, get your resistance training in, get your sleep, get your stress levels down, meditate. Also, try some of the supplements. Ashwagandha, he said boron, magnesium glycinate, and the animal meats. Like
magnesium also helps with sleep. So some of that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Magnesium. But magnesium and like zinc and stuff, they're in so many of the pathways of like making the hormones and how the hormones work. Pretty much. Yeah. So overall, it's going to help out because that's, you know, and I wonder like we could test the supplement we're about to come out with. Because that's going to increase the amount of semen you produce. So I bet you it's
anecdotally.
Yeah. So I bet you it has some effect on your testosterone levels.
So what do you think about the Liver King?
Well, he was doing enough growth hormone.
He was doing all hormones as well. Yeah. It's a shame.
But like, you know, that's the thing. Like taking hormone, like being on TRT is not taboo. But like, you know, and
it used to be taboo because like people just overdo it or don't like monitor their lab.
But like
levels.
I should be going to more parties because every time I go to a party, I get 2 or 3 patients. Like, and they sign up for Pellets. Like it's on a regular basis. So you go and talk to any dad, they're like beaten up. They're like, I've been working out like when I can't lose weight, I can't gain muscle, and like, and I test their testosterone and they're all below what they need to be and like we're getting them on pellets. And I'm not saying everyone needs to be on it. And like just that, like I said, if you're trying to have kids and everything, there's other ways. And I would try like the supplements and, you know, the other lifestyle factors to be able to get it improved without getting on anything for testosterone. And then, you know, like my friend, I got him on enclomphenol instead of putting him on testosterone, and he just had a kid last month. So there's other ways to, and he felt great. He was like, you know, it just totally changed his life. Like he felt more energy, just libido through the roof. There's other ways of approaching
everything. Humping the couch. JD Vance on everybody.
Compete with a dog.
Cat quagmire.
Compete with a dog. A stuffed animal.
Anything else you like to like combine with the TRT, or a lot of people like you think TRT is enough?
Matters what they want.
Yeah.
You know, for me, like, shit,
When did you feel your best? Let's say like, because you've been on a combination of stuff for as long as I remember.
And right now I'm in one of those cycles that I'm like doing way too many injections every day.
What are you on?
But
what's
like,
your regimen
but
right
like
now?
the CJC ipamorelins, like, you know, some of the growth hormone releasing peptides, or like if you really need growth hormone, that's like that. It works, and you get energy, and like
Deep
working
sleep.
out, the pumps, everything's like so much better. The deep sleep is so much better. Like right now, I got some NAD and glutathione sub-Q daily. I do epithalon. That's like a 10-day cycle. I'm doing a 20-day cycle. I half the dose that I was doing the 10-day cycle of.
How often would you do that epithalon?
I do it twice a year, sometimes 3. And then I have BPC that I take morning and night.
Oral or injection?
No, injectable. Because they both work. Some people, you know, I saw someone talking about like the oral is bullshit. It doesn't work. What were you using it for? That's a question to ask them. If it's for like an injury or tendon recovery, stuff like that, I suggest injectable. But if you're looking to repair your gut and stuff, there's nothing better than doing it oral.
Yeah.
Although the injectable is going to help with the gut health, the oral is going to be a lot better for it.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
fecal transplants.
sometimes I do take the oral BPC as well as doing the sub-Q injections.
How often do you do the BPC?
I do it like 3 to 4 times a year.
For how long?
Like 6
a
weeks,
month?
6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
Whatever the vial runs me.
Yeah.
It's usually 6 weeks. The CJC
BPC is really popular right now. A lot of people
I prescribe
even
it,
ask me, I'm like, how do you know what that is?
Yeah, people would like, especially anyone that gets an ache. Like our cousin texts us. She's like, she does CrossFit and volleyball, and her dad had all back issues, and I don't know if she's going to be scared of needles, but I sent her some BPC. There's, you know, some of the people that work in our office, they're like, they tried everything for their back issues and like nothing worked. But the injectable BPC like took all that away. It takes so much of the inflammation. And what was one of the weirdest things was, I think one of my patients that seems like she's always inflamed, she actually took our Wolverine stack post-operatively. She actually had withdrawal symptoms from the Wolverine stack. That has BPC and TB4. She started to get real bad migraine headaches because and she's like, she went on the review site to see like if other people experience it, and other people experience it, because like the thing is, once you come off of it, if you're continuing to be inflamed and haven't taken, you know, like cleaned up your diet or like have some source of inflammation, that inflammation continues to go, and you're off the pills that reduced that and took away all that headache and all the toxins and everything. Now that's still with you. All of a sudden, that turns into the headaches.
Yeah.
What else did I take?
What else?
I'm on melanotan, methylene blue. I'm on a bunch of the Level Up. And like one of my favorite newest ones that's black market is the SLU PP.
Are you still on that?
Oh, and I got stuff from Osh straight from China that we're testing out these labs. That stuff, oral form, it's like freaking, in a week, I'm like getting more cut up. I'm like doing the same workouts. It's amazing. I'm like, that stuff's totally going to take, it's going to, once it gets like FDA approved or like and it's oral form, it's like an amazing supplement. But getting your hands on some good stuff is going to be the tough part with that.
Yeah, testing. And that's why I always ask you about it.
Yeah. No, I love it. It's like
I remember when you first got on it, you're like, this stuff's kind of like whacked out. Like I feel like kind of crazy on it.
Especially like I felt like, because I just started on the NAD glutathione oral stuff the past week, and like the mornings I feel on fire. Like I walked into that case yesterday, and I was like, whoa, I feel this, that's, you know, you get under the microscope and you're like, you don't waste a move. You're like, this is how you need to operate. You know your brain's firing away. So like you could stack testosterone, but it's got to be one of your foundational things. You can stack it with almost anything. Mm-hmm. And, you just build up the levels. It's not like I got on everything. I tried the different things with different things and seen how it worked, and continued that. Like I even take, like I'm on melanotan for tanning, like my, but that also, melanotan helps with libido. It helps with losing weight because it decreases your appetite and everything. It's actually like if you're taking it every day, it's a pretty strong appetite suppressant, because I get nauseous as soon as I inject. I'm like, how is this small amount? And like, I'm not kidding, like 10 seconds I inject it and I'm like, oh yeah. And it's like sub-Q inject. I'm like, how does your body like recognize this compound that quickly? And I'm like, feel nauseous right away. So play around with the dosage so you don't get nauseous.
Do you think any of the stuff you do is overlapping? And
that's where I cut out some of the stuff. I'll try it and I'll cut out. And like on Level Up, there's the other thing, Testosterone. Testosterone's like, it's like a
estrogen for Turkish people.
I know, that's what I thought. It must have been a Turkish people that found it. It's actually like a plant-based steroid. Works on, I believe it's the estrogen receptors, and it works on the other pathway of increasing muscle mass, where it doesn't work on the androgen pathway. It works on a similar pathway, but it'll get you, like, you'll get increased pumps, you'll lift heavier. Overall, it's great for the gym. And I got off of it. I ordered 3 bottles that arrived today. I can't wait to use it. I'm like, I'm going to Valencia, so I gotta start. Yeah.
Testosterone.
Yeah.
Not medical
Other
advice.
companies sell it,
Not medical advice.
Other companies sell it, but
This is gonna take it.
But Level Up's like my go-to because their products are quality.
Okay.
And we've been selling it through the roof. Like even our post-op, like our cosmetic patients, they usually get it, but then our other patients are also starting to buy it, get it. We're selling it online, everything. They have great products, and peptides are becoming big, and they have some good quality peptides. Just like we said with getting quality supplements, these are quality supplements that can be taken oral.
Yeah, hopefully in the next few years, there's a lot more FDA clearance and clarity about like just peptides.
Actually,
and
we
peptide
got to
use.
work on getting that guy. He's from Australia. We got to get him on our podcast. He's
Who,
the
one
owner
that is-
the owner of Level Up. I actually talked to him
Oh,
on
you mean
WhatsApp.
Level Up?
Yeah.
Well, you weren't in Aussie. Rodmer was. You went and visited him though.
Yeah, I was.
Did you
there
get
for
any
a week.
peptides while you were there?
No, not from that guy. Not on the Sydney Harbor.
You got to go to Russia. Russia's going to get you there.
Yeah, Siberia.
That's how they're beating Ukraine.
Yeah, to wrestle bears and freaking.
I went to see the best guy I could see, an endocrinologist. I'm like, how do I manage this? And it was half like my wife, my ex-wife now, wanted to try for another baby as well. So we're looking into all this. And I'm like, what shall I do? Some HCG or this and that? He just looked me in the eyes and said, Dorian, I think you know more about this than I do. I was like,
Yeah.
Fucking hell, thanks, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I just went cold turkey for 18 months, and that was not fun until I figured it out. So I kind of had to figure it out for myself while I'm feeling so shit, why I'm getting anxiety, why I can't sleep properly, and all this stuff, because my testosterone was in, 200 or something,
Yeah, Dorian Yates is someone I looked up to. Yeah, in
when
college
you were
and
growing up
stuff.
powerlifting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that guy's massive.
it's
So my question to you guys, why haven't you guys gotten on TRT?
honestly, I
Neither one
don't
of
have a good reason.
Yeah.
Just like I'll just start it next week or next week. And then I also want to do this thing where I like just document all the changes and the different peptides, hormone replacement, all these things, and just be able to document how I feel, how I look throughout the process. And it's just giving me more and more excuses to not do it.
I think you got to just do it because, like, one thing is we live such a busy lifestyle, and you want to do these things, and like even like working out, like it because I was like, I'll work out in the morning, get up early. Like now my son sleeps in my room. I moved everything into our room, and like now we can't get up and work out. So I bought the resistance bands, and then I forced myself. I was like, I'm going to just take the resistance bands into the living room and do the workout instead of being like, oh, I'm going to come at home at night. And you come at home at night.
No, I got to
and
do
you're
it during the morning for workouts.
So it's like, I think just planning around, like trying to do something, like just get it done. And then you can once you get more energy and more focus, then you're able to do all that other stuff together. Yeah. I think that's where it's going to bring everything together. You'll be more focused and more energetic and just like want to get the shit done. And you're like, all right, I feel great. And once you build that confidence, you're going to be like recording yourself.
And like Sarah would always complain to me, it's like, oh, you're going to go work out like first thing, like when I got up on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like you're going to come home, you're going to like just have no energy to do anything else. I'm like, I don't know. I'd feel better afterwards.
Yeah, you got to put the wife excuse, like they shame you, they make you feel bad that you're working out and they're not working out. And then they shame you for working, not working out, like, but like, no, I think
bullying at its worst. Like, dude, you think bullying's bad in high school? Wait till you get married.
But I think once you get fat, like they despise you for not working out, but they despise you that you're working out until you get into shape. Then they're like fucking hate you. Why are you in shape right now? But I can't say it.
Thank God none of them watch this stuff or anything we post.
I know,
ever.
exactly.
I just don't know where to start. My body's obviously inflamed. I got to go draw labs. I think that's where we need to start.
Yeah, you're super inflamed.
I know.
You need to go anti-inflammatory.
I need to draw labs. Yeah, I probably need CJC.
Oh, you got like big time.
That's probably the biggest thing.
Big time allergy issues too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He needs to get on methylene blue.
Yeah, I think I just need to start. But I want to do it stepwise, of course, just like one by one.
No need to go stepwise.
No. Just try the different stuff.
Just try different stuff.
Okay.
And see how it will. But like you start out with the anti-inflammatory stuff, and then you get on the stuff to.
So what would you suggest me
because
start
taking
on?
down the
inflammation? I
will
start. I need methylene blue, right?
Yeah, methylene
that
blue I
oral?
think is good for you because like we don't know if you have some viral fungal something in there that's causing your.
I haven't looked up the data on methylene blue. Like,
There's a lot of good
I
data
know,
on
I
it
just-
on
I'm just saying, I just
antifungal.
haven't-
Like seriously, like I had issues with my big toenails. I started methylene blue and it's gone. Like fungal
Your big
infections, like
toenails
you can
disappeared.
never. Like I'm not kidding. It's all it's gone because it's antiviral, antifungal, and it's not me putting it on my toenail. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
taking
just
it orally.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to try it now for my seborrheic dermatitis. That actually might be a good
It would
use
probably
case.
get rid of it.
So
My issue with I think I figured out what my biggest issue is. Wearing freaking masks. I think the mask and the hat, they have stuff that I'm allergic to because they like I flake like right here.
yeah, but
And
I got
some of them I
but
get
I got
even worse.
rashes down my arm,
No, I know.
across my
Yeah.
body now. So
Yeah,
Methylene
I
blue.
think try that out before the antifungal drugs
yeah,
and just
yeah.
see
The
how it
antifungals
works.
are never good for you, so it's like
yeah, because
they're gonna take a shot on your liver.
Yeah,
So.
and they have killed people.
I got the tinea.
Yeah,
I got the spaghetti and meatballs on.
yeah. I don't know if it's the methylene blue. I haven't gotten the shit.
But going back to that video, it's funny. Like he's talking to his endocrinologist, who's a specialist in hormones specifically.
Yeah,
And they're just like, oh, I guess you know more than this, because like you're pretty much trained for like certain disorders, whether it's diabetes, so like your thyroid, pancreas, adrenals.
but they don't teach us about TRT. Although I think more and more med schools are starting to teach about this wellness and like more hormone replacement and stuff because it's becoming more and more important. Like where they weren't like we never got taught anything.
No.
You could have followed an endocrinologist. I have patients that come from an endocrinologist. They're like, he won't put me on testosterone. He
and
says
I've
it's
seen like monthly labs of like the repeated things. Like, how's this thing going to even change? And you've checked it monthly for 6 months. Like, why are you still doing that same test? And one person, like a combined patient, felt like crap for years. He keeps getting. He was just like, let me fax over my labs, and we're just like. He's like, do you want all of them or just the last 3 months or 6 months? I'm like, let's just start with the 3 months.
Yeah.
He sent them in. And it was like this packet. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, why do you keep getting tested for hepatitis C? Like every month. Like there's no reason that should go from negative to positive.
Yeah.
And like, it's all these crazy things.
They're looking at the
immunologic
microparticles.
tests. And the guy just felt like crap.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, guess what, guys? Because he just wanted testosterone because he felt great on testosterone for like the 3 month period they tried like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And they were just like, we have to hold off. We have to work up your adrenals, blah, 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 before we continue that. He's like, ever since then, I felt like crap. And he just got diagnosed with prostatitis because we were going to give him testosterone, but his PSAs were elevated.
Yeah.
He's like, it wasn't.
Did they put him on cortisone? Or
They tried that.
oh yeah,
They tried that.
He should probably just take some adrenal cortex instead of doing cortisone.
Yeah, he's been on a bunch of stuff, but apparently
He should definitely
'cause his PSA
he should
was-
definitely eat the organ meats.
Yeah.
Organ meats are
goat
going to probably like
testicles.
really.
We
save
have
that
to
guy.
start like a line of like some type of organ jerky.
Yeah.
Like I think that would work well. You don't need to sell a lot of it, but just a little bit at every store.
Dude, we should just open up one of those Iranian kebab stores that you make like
Chicken
liver.
Chicken
it wasn't
liver.
beef
Chicken
liver,
liver.
beef liver, beef
Yeah.
heart.
Heart and liver. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
Heart and
lungs.
liver.
They did
Deligigat.
everything. Yeah,
Deligigat.
yeah.
It's like, oh, here's my Iranian delicacy, which
Yeah.
translates literally to heart and liver.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that song. You guys
Oh, it was
did
so
it,
good.
But,
Yeah.
Oh, you liked
Oh
it?
yeah, I liked it too.
I
didn't
didn't
like
like
it.
it. I don't like
Rodmer
the taste.
didn't like
It's
it.
potent.
Yeah.
Rodmer only.
Well,
ate
not
apples
when
and
my
chicken.
mom made it. The stores, those. The
Oh no, I
kebab
love when my
places.
mom made it. Like that
Yeah,
was
I
great
didn't
with
like
the
it.
sautéed onions. That was
No,
great.
I liked it from the kebabs, like the kebab
Gotta have her
stores on
make
the
it
grill.
again. then go freaking powerlifting after that.
Liver King style. We'll have
You don't even need.
we
to cook it,
should
Mom.
actually do a
Eats liver and
podcast
heart
dinner
and no.
with eating liver.
Again, I like it.
Yeah.
So,
Liver and onions. We're going to school in our backpack.
oh God, yeah, we used to open that in lunchtime.
Oh man, dude, the whole.
I'm
hallway
surprised we
used
didn't
to
get the
stink.
shit kicked out of us more. It's like these weird.
People wanted our lunches though. They're like, oh man. They're like coming. They're like, what is this stuff? And like, they used to shove everything in a pita. And we're like, you're not supposed to eat it like that. They're like, well, you have the pita bread. They used to just shove everything in.
Mostly it was actually the adults, the coaches, who'd be like, Tarabi, like there's coach from like a rival school. Remember Lonnie?
Yeah.
You know, it's at the tournaments, Tarabi, you guys got some food? Like, what are you doing? He'd always come up to us and like try to take our food from us. It's like, your mom's cooking again? It's like, you're not even my coach. It's like, how do you know about this?
Oh man.
Did that through college
Yeah.
too. Like,
You know what was the weirdest thing? Like at Simran's wedding, like there's all these primary care physicians, and you know, like they saw me and like kind of my transformation, and or was it her shower, and like I'm talking to all these primary care. I'm like, did you get your labs? And like almost all of them got their labs. Their total T was definitely low,
but not doing anything about it.
No, they're like, oh, it's normal, like it's 300 or 400.
The common misconception is the normal range given on lab values for most facilities is somewhere between, like they say it's some I've seen as low as 150 to 1150. I know units and stuff matter but that's such a huge range. You're like, that doesn't seem right.
Especially for something that, you know, like it's not really supposed to be way above that 1200 range anyways.
Yeah,
you know?
but then to be like that low also.
Yeah, like let's talk about like your red blood cell count. What's normal? If it goes below 13, or it might be even higher, it's anemic. And then if it's 15 or above, you might have too many red blood cells, right?
Yep.
So it's like you have 2 to play with. And this is like 800.
Yeah.
Like, and you
like,
could
I don't
have
know
so
how
much
you're
drastic-
measuring this, but like, I think because there's no like direct correlation.
Yeah.
Like if it was a direct correlation with like a testosterone of 400, they do more to treat it or like address it. And it's not thought of holistically.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, if you got low testosterone, it's probably affecting other pathways.
Yeah.
Because your body's not like siloed systems. They all work together. So
how about females? We do quite a bit of pellets on females, and like,
I haven't seen a single female on testosterone replacement that is not the biggest fan of it. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we have
Not
so many.
single one.
Yeah, we have so many breast cancer patients that they're not actual breast cancer. They're like genetically positive, prophylactic, and they're like, you know, their energy's through the roof now, and they were, you know, their testosterone was almost nothing, and most people in the breast cancer world probably tell them to keep it like 0. But you know, even breast cancer patients, I'm like, do you really want to live, or do you want to just like live miserably? You know. Yeah. Because like I think
just give you 5 good years. No,
because like the thing is, the estrogen blockers aren't like a survival benefit. They're a recurrence. They decrease recurrence, but it's not proven to decrease or increase their survival.
I haven't looked at disease-free survival versus survival data on that recently, so I can't.
Yeah, we'd have to back the data on that, but like, yeah, I've read on multiple sources.
So
that it's
theoretically, if you get too much testosterone, some can get turned over to estrogen. Estrogen can be feeding to
but you
cancers.
got to, and that's why you got to
Certain
carefully,
cancers.
you got to carefully do it. You're not looking for superhuman protocols on females. You got to just keep them, you know, like as long as it gives them energy and makes them feel better, you keep them at that smooth state. You don't need to go like
crazy.
Yeah, like I females, I don't go over like 150.
So
like,
150 in comparison to
total.
males.
That's total
150
testosterone.
compared to males, like
Yeah.
1150. So
Yeah.
it's that would still be low in a male
Yeah.
test, but that amount, exactly, like the change in mood and everything you see is like, you might be like just with a little testosterone, you might not need your SSRIs and all this other crap.
Oh, absolutely.
And actually feel
And
better.
that's what the problem is, because Big Pharma doesn't want like one thing that treats so many things in everyone. When they can make 8 drugs that they can make a ton more money. Testosterone's not that expensive to make.
It's not.
And they can't patent testosterone. So
Eli Lilly's stock is pushing like buy levels now since it's dipped.
I'm going to start taking steroids.
That is a horrible idea.
Why?
Ben Johnson, sold 1988.
We understand that you want to get shredded.
Oh my, not this again.
Okay, you want to get big.
Right, but do it natty.
Naughty?
Natty, natural, without steroids.
We just want to tell you some of the side effects or
There are plenty.
complications that can happen if you take steroids.
Okay, number 1.
Psychiatric disturbances.
Sure, mood disturbances, roid rage.
Don't interrupt me.
Number 2, liver tumors.
Cardiovascular disease, heart attack, stroke,
Kidney failure.
infertility,
Even something called gynecomastia, where your breast tissue increases in men.
tendon ruptures.
Yes,
You
and-
can rupture your biceps tendon, quadricep tendon.
So now you know the risks. It's not worth it. There are lots of other ways to gain muscle mass naturally.
So I'm going to start up. You know this better than I do. The arguments for all the side effects and stuff that video shows, a lot of it's if you go like crazy levels.
Yeah.
If you maintain within the higher end of normal spectrum, like you don't get gynecomastia.
yeah.
You're not going to get a heart attack.
Yeah, and if you're doing
a lot of the cardiac issues, because people take steroids, because everything's just thrown into steroids.
Yeah.
Like you take like
Growth
exogenous
hormone.
growth hormone, that's going to lead to
Or
higher.
some of the synthetic testosterones, like you're taking bull's testosterone that's
Yeah.
like 6 times
or the same
8
stuff they're
times
giving
like-
to horses
Yeah.
that race in the Kentucky
Yeah.
Derby. It's like
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Like you okay, you got a heart attack because you took testosterone. Like because it wasn't properly monitored, it wasn't properly administered, it's not properly processed. Like that's all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
personally.
you're going superhuman levels without like any monitoring by a physician. And it matters what steroids, you know, testosterone's grouped in with them. It's a kind of steroid, but it's not the same.
It's also who's
as everything else.
providing it.
Yeah.
It's who's monitoring it.
Yeah.
Like if you're again at the high end of normal, you're getting testosterone replacement, TRT, hormone replacement to stay at the high end of normal. That's still normal.
Yeah.
You are getting help to stay there, but that's saying like if somebody like every 20-year-old's going to get a heart attack or develop gynecomastia is they're higher than you are when you're 45. Like that just that's kind of bullshit.
I got gyno without testosterone, so it's like
What is it? A third of men do.
But like if you're doing but like you got to be dosing a little too high, and for a decent, some people it affects more, and that's why you got to, you know, probably start out with like doing the IM injections or like even the cream.
These guys were wearing scrubs.
Yeah.
So they probably know what they're talking about.
You know, and it's people like them that don't really know the benefits and like how it actually helps people out, and like especially like depression, like the depression.
It's not just to build.
Depression's gone through the roof, and
Yeah.
like with something that can help not need to take antidepressants.
Yeah.
like especially a lot of the war veterans and stuff, you know, because like our war vets probably need it, and the VA does a shitty job at taking care of them.
Yeah, one of my friends,
they're like super low
one
doses.
Of our friends from high school, he's just like, dude, how can I get this? Like, because he can't afford it, like to get it weekly. And he's like, his levels are like under 50.
Yeah,
he's like, the VA won't like increase the dose, and even though his levels remain under 100. Yeah, he just can't get TRT.
Yeah, especially like being on antidepressant, that's going to lower your testosterone level. Being on SSRIs, also like poor sleep, especially if you're depressed, you're going to have even more poor sleep, PTSD. Too. Like if you went to war and like you didn't sleep all those nights, and like now you're having PTSD and dreaming about the like whatever happened. So, and traumatic brain injury, like you could have possibly had some of that. So, and part of this whole suicide thing could be, low testosterone level. Yeah.
And one thing in that video that stood out to me is like, you're taking this to build muscle. It's like, no, we don't have bodybuilders in our clinic. We do have occasionally here and there, but it's not like people coming there to try to get swole, like being like, I need testosterone to build muscle. It's like every one of them's like, even our like cosmetic patients, they want to do it because they want to feel better, feel better about themselves. It's not about like,
love yourself, love your wife. Like it just makes life a lot better, just overall. Yeah. Like when you don't have libido, like your wife's going to think something's wrong with you. And like, to gain that back and like actually, you almost become asexual without it. So like until your levels get back to normal. And like I always say, if you're not horny, you're not healthy. And part of that's the testosterone levels.
Makes sense.
But I just hate how physicians get on record and they keep on demonizing testosterone when it helps in so many ways. I'm like, dude, go and do your studies because it's like anti-inflammatory, helps with, preventing heart disease. You're building lean muscle mass. What? Grip strength is big on longevity. If you look up, there's multiple studies on that. Being able to get up on a single limb is also probably due to your testosterone and like building muscle mass, being able to get on a single limb. The more limbs you use to get up, that just goes to tell how long you have left to live. So it's so important in so many ways. And like when physicians don't take care of their patients with offering hormones just because they didn't learn enough about it. Yeah. And like in the female realm,
even if you don't offer it, like just discounting it without the appropriate knowledge, and you're supposed to be the specialist.
Yeah. In the female realm, like the whole women's health initiative that totally screwed all the females out of like, and made everyone scared that they're going to get breast cancer. However, it's, studies are coming out that, using bioidentical hormones and the right hormone balance, like you're actually going to prevent breast cancer, not cause breast cancer with taking hormones. So I think it's picking up and it's a good thing, and people are learning about it themselves. They're asking for it. They're going and looking for places that serve them. And it is I don't know what the classes of drugs are. Is it class 3 is bad or whatever? Yeah. So
I don't know. I stopped following it when I.
So I actually have to sign. I have to sign onto EPCS to like do a review like you do for opioids and stuff to prescribe it for people. Yeah. Even the creams and stuff, which kind of seems absurd, but it is a controlled substance.
If you're thinking you might need TRT, you probably do. Yeah. Most people do, even if you're healthy. When I say most, it's pretty much anybody over 35. If you're over 45, you can like count on it.
I'm telling you, every party I go to, I pick up like a few people, like if it's not just males, it's females like that I don't pick them up. I get them
just talk
on the
about
path
it.
to
Yeah.
health and wellness and
Taking
you
care
know
of themselves.
taking care of themselves and just being healthy. Overall, like it's just it just makes everything better. You have more energy. You have clearer brain. You're gonna love your family more. They're gonna love you more. You're gonna just be overall more productive, and just a better person. What some people think, like I'm gonna get on testosterone and I'm gonna be this moody bitch. No, that doesn't happen unless you're super dosing, or like you're already that way. You're not gonna.
Yeah, you got to kind of do it responsibly.
Yeah.
And see, most of it seems like with everybody that takes it, like from our clinic, almost after a certain amount of time, you don't even need lab levels.
Yeah.
And the patients don't either. They can
Yeah.
feel the difference.
No.
Be like, my testosterone's off.
Yeah.
We need to rebalance something. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling right. And you check and it's like, okay, it's confirmed.
Yeah.
So you definitely like.
Yeah, we don't
feel-
even. Yeah, that's why I've gone away from like people are like, aren't you going to check my labs? I'm like, we don't need to. If you feel like crap, I'm going to give you the pellets because
Yeah. We can definitely check labs.
Yeah.
If that makes you feel better.
Yeah, but it's an unneeded poke, unneeded expense. So